SWIFT has just made an official announcement involving blockchain payments, a stablecoin initiative, and a pilot program that has raised questions throughout the financial community. Today, we're going to carefully examine what this means, the implications for XRP, and the project known as Linea on the Ethereum blockchain that has suddenly entered the conversation. The news broke on September 26th, and immediately questions began circulating. Is SWIFT moving forward with a stablecoin? And if so, on which blockchain? Some reports quickly tied this to Linea, an Ethereum Layer 2 network, while others questioned why Ripple and XRP were not directly mentioned. Considering that Ripple's core mission has always been to move cross-border payments from the traditional SWIFT messaging system onto blockchain rails, this is a crucial development. SWIFT connects more than 11,000 banks worldwide. Any move it makes toward blockchain technology or stablecoins carries enormous weight. The announcement had two parts. First, SWIFT stated it is exploring the launch of a stablecoin. Second, it mentioned blockchain-based messaging using Linea. But it is important to separate these details. At no point did SWIFT explicitly say that the stablecoin itself will be issued on Linea. Instead, the language indicated interest in blockchain messaging capabilities while simultaneously researching stablecoin issuance. Let's take a closer look at Linea. This is a Layer 2 solution on Ethereum created by Consensus. It is marketed as scalable, ISO 20022 compliant, and capable of processing up to 6,200 transactions per second, with plans to expand to over 100,000. Compared with XRP Ledger, which currently handles around 3,500 transactions per second, Linea presents itself as a fast and efficient solution. However, the project is brand new, having launched only in September 2025. It trades for just cents on the market, with less than a month of history. That raises legitimate questions about whether global banks would immediately rely on such a fresh, untested system for critical financial messaging. SWIFT's pilot program reportedly includes more than a dozen major banks, among them BNP Paribas and BNY Mellon, both of which already have confirmed partnerships with Ripple. This is where the confusion deepens. Why would banks already working with Ripple suddenly pivot to Linea for interbank messaging, especially when Ripple and XRP have spent years building trusted, tested infrastructure? We must also consider the nature of financial networks. It is very unlikely that one single blockchain will dominate all flows. Instead, interoperability will be the standard, much like how Visa, MasterCard, and American Express coexist today. SWIFT has already recognized Ripple, XRP, and Hedera as key projects in the space of liquidity and settlement. Now Linea has appeared as a possible addition, but there is no verified evidence of a formal partnership or stablecoin issuance on its network. Market speculation has fueled uncertainty. Headlines suggest that XRP has once again been overlooked, sparking fear in the community. But we must read between the lines. Despite the noise, banks continue to publicly confirm their work with Ripple. Partnerships with Santander, BBVA, Amina Bank, and many others are ongoing. If banks already within the SWIFT ecosystem are adopting Ripple solutions, it makes little sense that SWIFT would abandon this progress for a brand new project still proving itself. There are also important reminders from past reports. Watcher Guru, a widely followed source in crypto news, has previously published information suggesting that SWIFT was negotiating with Ripple to use XRP for cross-border payments, with billions in liquidity to be managed. While unconfirmed, such reports underline the long-standing narrative connecting SWIFT to Ripple rather than to new entrants like Linea. For now, the facts are clear. SWIFT has mentioned stablecoins. SWIFT has tested messaging using Linea. But there is no official confirmation that SWIFT will issue a stablecoin on Linea or that XRP is being excluded from the future of global payments. What we do have is hard evidence of Ripple's existing partnerships, a stablecoin of its own known as Ripple Dollar, and a proven track record of institutional adoption. The takeaway is simple. This is not a moment for panic. XRP remains deeply integrated in the financial system, with years of development and trusted relationships across global banks. Linea may represent competition, or it may ultimately complement the network. The global system is moving toward interoperability, and XRP is positioned at the center of liquidity and settlement. So here's the question. Do you believe Swift will ultimately choose Ripple and XRP, or will projects like Linea gain a stronger foothold in the years ahead? Share your thoughts in the comments, because this is a debate that will shape the next phase of global finance. If you want a deeper breakdown in a second part, make sure to let us know. This story is evolving, but the evidence right now suggests XRP is still central to the future of payments.